All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Gakadash, that belongs to the apostles of GMS, and sincere Shalom to the brothers out here pushing the truth and sincerity. So I have a clip going into Amika the humanoid robot for 2022 as the next Terminator. Technically, they're not going to say it, but that's what this is for. And people are crowded around this thing, as you can see. This little glowhead, the robot, right next to the guy on the right. People are crowded around this thing in fascination. And funny enough, another clip that I saw before this one, going into this thing, someone said this is both scary and fascinating. So it's like people like the idea or is intrigued by the idea of having a humanoid robot for the first time, for at least for us they know of. But it scares them because it's like they know somewhere deep in their spirit that this can get real ugly. It can even definitely, especially when some people think it's going to replace them. Which, if they're thinking that, they're absolutely correct. Now, so many people are down with the idea of this, as they were so many other things, but they don't understand how much like everything else backfires. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and play the clip before I get the scripture.
Until now, the use cases have been entertainment, just like this, a crowd of people, as well as education, research, and marketing. But the future is more in service robots. Robots that actually help us as humans. So you might see something like this in a shopping mall or an airport. You go into your airport, where's your flight? I don't know where my flight is. I need some help. There's no humans to help me. But there's Amica. I'm going to go and ask Amica where my flight is.
How does she handle all the questions from loads of people? I mean, a human would be confused here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very confused with all of these people in front of me. But no, Amica is just choosing one or two people to talk to. The eyes have got cameras in, so it does face detection. It can see the faces, so it can actually lock on to a specific person and then talk to that person. We actually have microphones, one in each ear, and that means that we can do directional audio tracking. So if the sound source comes from over here, then we can tell that because it hits this microphone before this one. In the same way that we also have a camera in each eye, so it is possible to do stereo vision.
When do you plan to let her walk?
Well, yeah, that is one of the projects we have on at the minute. We are looking at walking legs. We've already done quite a lot of work into it, but as you'd imagine, it's quite a difficult task. And although it has been solved by a lot of universities and other tell that because it hits this microphone before this one. In the same way that we also have a camera in each eye, so it is possible to do stereo vision.
When do you plan?
So there it is. It's like when you go back to the movie Terminator, Terminator 1 and technically 2, but definitely 1 specifically, when the Terminator wants to lock onto someone, once he has that target, he's not letting them go. Especially when you look at the Terminator and Sarah Connor. Throughout the entire movie, she's been chased by a humanoid robot. What makes anybody think this would be any different? And the fact that we can't outrun, we can only run but so long. But a robot, if they do it right, which they more likely will, they won't get tired of them. They won't get tired of chasing someone. They're built to do that. So give it time. Even like when people are being replaced for jobs, you ain't gonna have no workers. So how are people gonna get paid? So it's a lot that the people don't see coming, especially with what's going on outside Babylon and even what's going on inside Babylon. People are only concerned and pretty much concerned with entertainment, but then they're angry with the things that are useless. So this is Psalms 55:21. It says, "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords." So by picture, the rulers of darkness is just going to give you the pretty speech, lay it out on the format saying that, oh, this is what some of the parts do. They ain't gonna tell you what all the parts do. Like, yeah, we'll have them in the airports. They can tell you what you can do, where to go and how to go there. The whole time, the moment something goes wrong, it's a shootout spree going on just so they can reduce the population, or it's just to go on some crazy rampage. Even throughout the store, could be randomly attacking people out on the streets, just because hell they might be programmed just to do it. So these people don't understand the problems that's actually going to hit them. This is Psalms 10:2. It says, "The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined." Now, that's specifically going into us, like the hopeful elect being persecuted. But on the other side, that also goes into even the people being persecuted. Because when you look at it, you have, well, with this, like people are going to start getting replaced by humanoid robots. But then you also have the draft when World War III kicks off. And then you have all these laws that's meant to oppress us. It's so many things. Sorry, it's so many things that is used against us, or just even the people itself, but primarily against us, because they want us in these or pretty much taken out. Hell, they want us to they even want to persecute us just for to live like the rest of these people do. And that's why we go out there every week, because we don't accept the ways of the society. But even our own but even our own people persecute us for not agreeing with the way this with living the life of a Babylonian, or accepting the new things that quote unquote seems to be played by Esau innocently, but are completely evil. But we see through Esau's games. And this is one of them. And we're going to be persecuted. Yeah, we could probably tell them the robots going to try to persecute us if they play them as Terminators, because they got hearing recognition, seeing recognition, as far as facial. So they're gonna pinpoint who they want. And best believe Esau already has every single one of us out there. There was a movie, I forgot what it was called, where they had a global satellite floating around, and they had every single person's picture just jittering all over the world. And like the screen would not stop changing to so many different people. So I guarantee you that they have the entire world of how many people is even born or even is out right now. So we can only imagine the chaos that's going to ensue in the future. But that's all I have going to that. So Lord willing, this is a little edifying. With that, shalom.